This video is brought to you by Jab.se, the lead supplier of MMA gear in Scandinavia. BetSafe.com, Europe's only online betting site for MMA. DirtyRebel.com, your destination for casual MMA wear.
What's going on, Las Vegas? I guess we just start. I don't know how this works, so I don't know. Yeah.
Great. How's it going, Cowboy? I just met you outside. Where's Mike Goldberg at? Where's your host?
Yeah, I don't know. I gotta run the show by myself, I guess.
Okay. Real quick message to Chris Lieben. Much like tomorrow's fight, I believe you can win in life too, so I believe in you. My question to you is, during WEC, you had these epic battles with like Razor Rob McAuliffe, Benson Henderson, Jamie Varner. Is there anybody that you would like to fight besides Nate Diaz that you see that you want to fight or that rubs you the wrong way or anything like that?
Not necessarily rubs me the wrong way, but definitely want to get another shot at Benson, you know. But Anthony Pettis, man, coming up January 26th, so that's who I have my eye on. That's who I've been wanting to fight for a long time.
You're the man.
Hey, Cowboy, big fan, love watching you fight. You're very exciting. That said, you've got 9 fights in the UFC, 6 of which you've earned a bonus for. Why do you think, or what do you attribute to your success in earning all these bonuses in the limited amount of fights?
Man, I think it just has to do with not taking a step backwards, you know, just constantly pressing forward, and just that's the part of the fight game I like, when you're in the battle and you have no choice, you know, to look for a way out, but I'm not going to find a way out, you know. I'm gonna try and finish the fight, so just standing in the pocket and giving it, man. That's I think that's the only thing I can attribute to all the bonuses, and I love the bonuses, so I hope they keep coming.
All right, man, good luck.
Thank you.
All right, works. I had a question. The question is, what's your thoughts on Gilbert Melendez jumping over to the UFC with an automatic title shot? Do you have any choice words for Gilbert?
Yeah, I just seen that too the other day. No, man, the guy's over there being a champion for a while, you know, so if that's what Dana wants to do is give him a shot, then I mean, I don't really have a say or a choice, so I just kind of wait in line and get through Pettis and then just wait, and if it's Gilbert, awesome, you know. I mean, if they want to give him a fight before, hell, I'm game, so I don't care. I just want to fight anybody, so it don't matter to me.
Great answer. Another one real quick. What's your thought on the main event tomorrow?
I'm a big Junior fan, man, so, you know, but man, it's going to be a scrap, you know, but like I said, I'm a big Junior fan. I like the guy, I like his personality, and I like the way he fights, so, yeah.
All right, man. Thank you.
Hey, I'm Leo from Red Deer, Alberta, and yeah, thanks. I've been fighting since I was about 4, and I was wondering what kind of advice you can give a new fighter.
Yeah, man, all the hardship and all the days you don't want to go and all the nights you want to go out, those are the days that you have to go and train and keep going. You know, when I go out with my buddies and that next day I miss training because those are the days I wish I could take back and be on the grind and keep going. So, you know, you're young, and that's the thing I'd say to chase your dream and then keep the days you don't want to go, the days you need to make the most important days. You know, you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
One more quick one. How is it in the ring, like fighting?
In the ring is the best thing. It's in the back, walking out to the ring, the scariest thing in the whole world, man, because you want to throw up and you just feel sick, and I don't even have words to explain for it, but that all happens all the way until I take my first punch, you know, then everything just kind of hones in and it's just the guy in front of me. But other than that, the lead up to it, the build up, the here right now, waiting for January 26th, man, these are all scary days, you know, training every day, and the fighting is easy, if I can answer that for you. That's the easy part, getting in there and just shitting and giving everything I got. That's the easy part, but the training and the build up to it, that's the hard part.
Yeah, thanks. Kick some ass tomorrow.
Yes, sir, thank you.
How's it going, Cowboy?
Going all right.
I got a question for you, brother. What do you find to be your biggest motivator to make it to where you want to pursue fighting and to perfect your skills so that you can be the best you can be in the cage?
That little youngster you see standing right there, that's my biggest motivator, man. Those guys that are coming up, you know, we have basketball players, baseball players that have been doing it since they were kids. You know, MMA is new to us. You know, it's kind of a new our era is bringing it up. So the guys that are building up and becoming young, that are knocking on my door, that are 18, 19 years old, that are good, well-rounded at everything, those are the guys that keep me motivated, because I have to be on top of my game, or I'm just going to get, they're going to come in and take over. So that motivates me every day, is the youngsters coming up behind me.
Nice, brother. Thank you.
Hey, what's up, Cowboy?
Yeah, Joe.
How you doing, brother?
Doing all right.
Hey, man, if you had a time
Looking
machine,
sharp, like always.
Thank you. Tucked my shirt. I wore this outfit just for you.
I bet.
Hey, if you had a time machine and you could go back in time and you could talk to yourself before the Nate Diaz fight, what would you tell yourself to do differently?
I've never even seen that fight, to be honest with you. I'm so upset with my performance, but I wouldn't tell myself to do anything differently, man. My head was, I'm not making excuses. So what I did and what I prepared and how I got ready for that fight is everything was correct. It was the night of the fight going out, leading up, and man, I don't know what else I could tell myself or what else I could do. It was just all upstairs in my brain that when I went out there, I couldn't pull that trigger. So I wish I had the answer for that, because I need to figure it and I need to find it and I need to decide. I hope that doesn't happen again. And so I don't know, Joe. I don't know what I'd say. I don't know what to do, man.
So is there anything that you did learn from that, though, that you can carry over, let's say, into the Pettis fight?
Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, as far as a mental game, that's one thing that I've been trying to beat, and that's the hardest, beating yourself backstage before you come out here and let it all go, and just trying to do what I do every day in the gym. Like down at Greg's, guys come in there, I'll spar anybody, and I don't feel like I lose rounds, but then how do I apply what I do in the gym to fight night? And those are the things I'm trying to bring with me every day. So
awesome. Kick some ass, brother.
Alrighty.
I feel pretty privileged. I'm the first woman up here. With all the fight styles you do, is there anyone you fear the most for the injury you might get?
Wrestling. I hate wrestling. It seems like every day when you're in the gym wrestling, somebody's hurting something. So, and I'm just not very good at it, so I dread going in there wrestling practice every day.
Do you mean for the training or the actual fight?
Oh, sorry, for training. Yeah, for the actual fight.
Is there any style you fear the injury you could get the most?
For fighting? Yeah, probably boxing or kickboxing, getting knocked down in front of everybody, that'd be definitely the worst. I'd rather blow out a knee or something, because then I could getting knocked out would totally suck.
You don't want a knee?
No.
And do you think you'll win so that you can beat Benson Henderson?
I know I'll win. How about that?
All right.
Hell yeah.
Hey, Cowboy. Hey, first and foremost, man, hope you beat Showtime tomorrow.
All right, thank you.
And I know after the Nate Diaz fight, I saw improvement. Your next fight, you worked on your hands. And I know Anthony Showtime Pettis, he comes from all different angles. And I know you don't like wrestling, man, but I think that's what you got to do to get it done tomorrow, bro.
You name it, man. That's what I've been working on a lot as my wrestling. Just like she said, I hate it, and that's one of the things in my game that I'm trying to work on the best, because that dictates where the fight goes, And that's one thing with the Diaz fight that I didn't do is wrestle and take him down. And when I did drop him, I should have attacked him. And those things you look back on, and losing, I guess they say, is the best thing for you. Sometimes as much as it sucks, and but I'm with you. Wrestling is going to be the key to that fight.
Yeah. Pull the trigger tomorrow, bro. Good luck.
Alrighty. Thank you.
Hey there, Cowboy. What's going on? Quick question. What do you think your biggest fuel is as a fighter and a person in life right now?
As far as like motivation just to keep going? Or, how do you mean?
Oh, well, like fighting, life, everything that drives you to be the best.
And probably my lifestyle outside of fighting is what drives me. Waking up and going wakeboarding or going bungee jumping or skydiving, all the things that took away from me, that's what drives me every day to do it.
Right on. Last question, no disrespect, big fan. Is the moon made of cheese?
No, the moon is not made of cheese. Bro.
Right on, Cowboy. Good luck tomorrow, man. Thank you.
All right, so going off of his, do you still go out bungee jumping, wakeboarding, snowboarding, all that all the time? According to that dangerous clause, no?
Yeah, according to the dangerous clause, no. As far as me touching on the wakeboarding thing, that's something I want to do. I want to be a professional wakeboarder, So I think when I go out and do it, I'm not endangering myself. I'm practicing skills just like I do wrestling or I do kickboxing. So to answer your question, yes, I do still do those things. I enjoy what I do, and I understand the side where we're going to get hurt and all that, and I respect that. So like leading up to a fight, when I sign the contract, no, I don't do those things. But as soon, like this summer, when I don't have a fight, yeah, I'm going to sit down with Dana, sit down with the guys and say, man, this is what I love. This is what fuels me. This makes me who I am. You're telling me I can't go ride my horses? I have 4 horses out in my pasture that I can't ride, So these are things that I need to talk and address. And but like I said, it makes me the person I am outside of this cage. And So yeah, and leading up to the fight, I understand they don't want to get hurt. They don't want to have people not show up to their fights, and I'm here no matter what. So.
Oh, for sure. And speaking of which, can I come board with you this summer?
Yeah, absolutely, man. I come out leg meet all the time. So if you're in Vegas, come on.
I need to get here though. That's
Already.
And my girlfriend wants a hug. She's right up here.
Yeah,
too.
tell her, come on.
How's it going, dude?
I'm doing all right.
This seems like it's been an almost record-breaking year for injuries. Some fights getting canceled. What do you think's really causing most of the injuries when it comes to training for fights, and what do you do to avoid hitting some of the problems that a lot of fighters seem to be?
Yeah, man, that's it's so crazy because you're training and your body's in the best shape it can be, but it just takes one wrong slip or one wrong takedown to cause the injury. And unfortunately, that's what we do every day. We get in the cage and beat the shit out of each other, and there's no real light way to do that. So when you are training with your partners and you're going hard, I mean, those injuries happen, and that I don't know what we could do to train to be the best and not go hard. You really can't practice lightly. So, man, I have no idea how to answer that, but yeah.
All right, thanks.
Yeah.
Good luck in January.
Thank you.
How are you, Cowboy? The Tap Out series show, when Tap Out first sponsored you, how important was that to your career?
That was, I remember being here New Year's. I was supposed to fight on Tough Enough. There's a series that out here in Vegas. And my opponent didn't show up at the weigh-ins. And I remember standing at the top of the Playboy club up there and saying, man, this is the year. If something doesn't happen this year, I'm hanging it up, man. I can't keep chasing this dream. I can't take all the, I used to roof and lay hardwood floor, and I'd work all day and then go train. I'm like, I can't keep this lifestyle up. It's killing me, I don't. So this has to be, something has to happen this year. So I just happened to be in the right gym. I mean, the video and all that, they made it look like they came and found me, but I just happened to walk into that gym that day and be there when those cameras are there, So, man, everything happens for a reason. They say that, and I truly believe it. I just happened to be there on the day that they were there, and they were like, man, what's this guy all about? And so that kind of catapulted my career, and I met Reed, in the WC, and I think the WC I wish we still had, because I think that was definitely the, leading up into the UFC. It's hard for guys to come from shows that are small shows and then boom into the UFC. So I think we need a farm team for sure. But so I love the WC and thank Reed for taking the call and bringing me on.
Well, we're glad they found you.
Alrighty, thank you.
Bull riding, MMA, which one would you much rather do?
Well, the problem with bull riding is you got to pay money to ride every time. So every time I pay my money, I'd get bucked off. So whenever I was doing it for free, I was covering them, putting the boots to them and getting it done. But whenever I put the money out, I'd fall on my head. So the money in fighting seems to pay my bills and fund my fun. So I'd rather fight for sure.
Cool. Thank you.
Hey, Donald, thanks for taking the time. Armando, fan of yours here in Vegas. A lot of fighters have evolved, and some have maybe the trouble making the transition from the WEC to the UFC. As we all know, you are a very successful fighter doing so. In the Pettis fight happens, you're successful. Benson Henderson continues to be successful. You guys meet for the third time. What would you do different since you guys have evolved so much?
Definitely, man. And Ben is looking on fire, man. What he did to Diaz was unbelievable. He went out there. He went out there and looked great. So, I mean, those are things I got to watch the tape and decide how I want to dictate that fight. Ben's an awesome wrestler, and that's the game I'm working on right now. So hopefully if I can dictate the pace and not allow him to take me down and keep him standing, I think I'm a better striker than Ben. So, those are one of the angles I would try and take that fight for sure. But, man, that's a fight I've been looking for, and believe me, being 0-2 to Ben sucks, bro. So,
It'd be the ultimate revenge, though. You got him, and that took that belt from him.
That's right, man.
All right, brother. Good luck.
Thank you.
All right. It seemed like you're into risk outside of fighting, inside of fighting. Where's your money at in the casino?
Oh, I'm terrible. That's another thing. I mean, so all those beautiful fountains built up front, that's a lot to do with my money because I'm god awful. But so I just usually spend money that I know I can lose, $100, $200, and then I just lose it and
Where are you losing it at? Dice table?
No, yeah, dice. I used to play dice, and I'm really, really bad at that. But blackjack. So
All right.
Yeah, whatever. Sometimes I put 200 on red and get black and then just get pissed off. So
fair enough. Looking forward to you beating Ben Henderson in that third fight. I
really?
can't stand that guy.
Me? Oh, right. Hey, Donald. Graham from Scotland. I would say gentlemen for getting a photo earlier on. Cheers for it, buddy.
Oh, okay, you gotta do that again.
Sorry. I'll try and speak a little slower then.
All right.
The question I'll ask you is really important. Would you give up riding horses to ride Ariane Celeste?
Oh. The answer is that no. I would
No?
not. No. No. She's a beautiful girl, but, that would have been Brittany. Brittany Palmer, another beautiful girl, they're both super cool girls, but no, I wouldn't give up any of that for them. There's a lot of girls out there.
Ah, man, you disappoint me, man. Right, cool. Cheers, man.
Hey, what's up, Cowboy? 2 questions. First, how much of a trash talk is part of your game? I recently read an interview from Anthony Pettis, and he pretty much dead on saying that you're going to 100% shoot on him first. I know a while back before the fight even was put together, he was saying you were calling him out and talking all this smack. Is that part of your game as far as drawing him into the fight, or as far as being mental, or?
Yeah, shit talking's fun, man. I mean, you do it when you're drunk at the bar, it's a good time. So for them to put a camera in your face and let you talk shit, it's easy to do. But as far as Pettis, I don't have anything against him as a person. I'm talking shit because I want the fight, and injuries kept happening. He's just the next guy in line to get to that belt. So it's nothing I'm singling him out because he's hurt. All the things that people are saying is he's next, and that's why I'm pursuing him. But as far as talking shit, like I said, that's the fun part, man. You got to go out there and then you got to put up or shut up. You got to go out there and eat your words or let it go, So, but as far as taking him down first, I don't know. Maybe we'll see. I plan on standing and knocking him out.
Awesome. Second question, is it possible I could go down there and take a face-off picture with you?
Yeah, I don't know how that works, but I don't see why not. Yeah, come on, shit.
Hey, what's up, Cowboy? I was just wondering what pre-fight rituals you do that you gotta do before a fight.
Nothing. I'm not very superstitious, so I don't have any wear the secret underwear or don't shower or anything like that, man. I don't have any pre-fight rituals, man. I definitely don't. I just I drink beer during training camp. Maybe that could do it. I don't know. That I guess they say it's the best thing after a workout, and it feels so good. So.
Right on, man. I got one more. What's your take on mountain oysters?
On what?
Mountain oysters.
I love Rocky Mountain oysters.
Yeah, boy. Right on, man. Thank you. Good luck.
That's cow balls for y'all to know what those are.
Well, speaking of cow balls, what'd you eat for breakfast?
Man, I missed my flight. So my uncle and I drove 9 o'clock last night, straight up. I haven't been to sleep very much. He drove most of the way, and I'm here, so I haven't eaten yet. I actually came straight out of my truck, which is parked in the parking lot, to you beautiful people. So there you go. How about that?
Okay, well, what do you normally eat before a fight?
I like Chipotle. As weird as that sounds. Yeah, and I asked for one. I usually get 4 hard tacos, and that's what I like to eat. I'm a big Chipotle guy with corn, sour cream, and lettuce.
Awesome.
There you go. Oh, 1 second.
You fought Ben twice. Did you ever notice him fighting with the toothpick in his mouth?
No, that's awesome though, I think. I was asking his manager how he does it, because after I seen all the pictures on the talk, I tried it. And I had to bite a little bit of it off to even get it to fit in my mouth. So he either has a bigger mouth than me, or I don't know how he does it, because I figure maybe it gets it wet, and I don't know. That's pretty cool though.
Thanks.
First of all, I got tickets to see you in Chicago next month, so I'm pretty
Alrighty.
excited to see that. I'm a big fight fan. I try to make it out as much as I can.
I will try to come out and give it everything for you.
Oh, for sure.
All
Sure.
right.
And, with that being said, assuming that you do go out and win, which I'm hoping you do next month, there's another really big lightweight fight tomorrow night on the card with Lozon and Miller. Okay. Where do you think next month's fight would put you when you won? And would you be interested in fighting the winner of tomorrow night's fight between Lozon and
I would be
Jim
interested
Miller?
in fighting anybody. If Varner can't make the fight tomorrow again, I will suit up and fight Melvin again. So I just enjoy fighting. I don't care who it is or when it is. So yeah, you know, the Lozon fight winner, absolutely. Fighting Melendez coming over, sure. I don't care. So, you know, the end goal is definitely the title. That's where I want to go. So whoever puts me closer to that, is that a good enough answer? I don't know.
Fantastic. I'm excited to see you next month, too.
Thank you.
Hey, Cowboy, how you doing?
Doing all right.
All right, I have a question for you. You know, there's fighters out there like Nick Newell who are disabled. He just won the XFO championship. What do you feel about disabled fighters in MMA?
Man, I don't want to take anyone's dreams or hopes away from it all. So I think if they can go out there and you know, are you asking me, do they compete with us or just have their own?
Just in general, I'm a disabled fighter as well. I fight outside of Philadelphia, you know, and he's an inspiration. He's in your weight class. How do you feel about him? What if he comes over here, stay over out there?
I don't think anyone should tell you what you can and can't do. So if someone, you know, missing a leg wants to come in and fight, come on, I'm gonna kick his one leg. I'm gonna tell you that. But
exactly.
If that answers your question, yeah, I'm not gonna fight. I'm not gonna disabled. I'm gonna fight like a, you know, and so yeah.
You know what?
More power to you guys, man. 100%.
All right, thank you, sir.
Absolutely.
Hey, Cowboy.
What's going on?
There's a lot of different opinions on cutting weight. I was wondering what you walk around at and how much weight you like to cut before you fight.
Yeah, that's an issue I'm fighting right now as we speak. So I didn't eat breakfast. That's a reason why, I guess. Lately, I've been up towards 190 pounds, 188. You know, I've been big, and I think it has to do with my wakeboarding. It's like putting a lot of weight on my ass and legs. So, but cutting weight, I'm terrible at dieting. I like to eat candy and sugar is something that keeps me going. I'd rather not eat real food and eat hot tamales just because I feel it gives me energy and I like the way they taste. And I wait till the last minute and do it the absolute worst way to do it. So I'm the total wrong guy to ask what the right way to cut weight is. You know, I'm 5 hours on the treadmill running and sitting in the sauna dying and everyone hates me and I come here pissed off and angry and so yeah, I'm the definite wrong guy.
That sounds miserable.
Yeah, it is.
One more quick one.
Then you get a fight of the night bonus the next night.
Yeah, right. That's true. I flew in from New York, and there are so many fans in New York State that are just craving live MMA. What do we need to do as a community to get MMA legalized in New York?
I hear it's the Culinary Union is what it is. So as weird as that sounds.
That is a weird answer.
So they from the casinos and so, but that's what I think you have to attack is the Culinary Union. I have no idea. I would love to fight in New York, man. Are you killing me at the Garden? What? So yeah, it'd be unreal. I'm 100% with you. I'll be the first one on the fight. So I'll even fight first of the night. So I don't care. Yeah, it'd be fun.
All right. Thanks, Cowboy. Good luck in January.
You're welcome. I'm gonna get the hug.
Are you ready for your hug?
I am ready. Are you ready?
Meet me right there.
All right. I don't want to make your boyfriend mad. I'm about to have another fight, so. Thanks for allowing your girlfriend to do that. That was awesome.
All right, Cowboy, I got a question for you.
Yes, sir.
I'm 40 years old, and I boxed when I was younger. I made the transition to MMA and had my first fight back in September. And like you said, I prepared right, everything was fine. but the nerves going out there, there's just no explaining it.
Yeah.
At my age, you get injured a lot easier. What is your advice as far as training through the injuries and when not to train?
It's funny as you say that because when I was 19 and 20, I remember I could get up, not warm up, run down, throw my gloves and be late to sparring, jump in there and go and be fine. And now it takes me 45 minutes to warm up. I got to warm up to get out of bed. I don't know if any of you all have to warm up to get out of bed, but I do. I get out, oh fuck. So training and knowing when to pull the brakes and pull back now, you know, sometimes I only train once a day just because my body doesn't allow me to do that anymore. So just listen to your body, man, be smart, because training through injuries, then you're injured your whole camp and then you got to fight injured. I fight injured anyway because I say I'm gonna be there, goddamn, I'm gonna be there, you know, and that's my word. And so being smart and learning to nurse that injury is the key, man, I think.
So listen to your body.
Listen to your body,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
And listen to the wife or the girl, that's another important.
All right, good luck next one, bro.
What's up, Cowboy?
What's going on?
Hey, what kind of insights could you give us into Leonard Garcia's training camp?
I mean, that's my brother, man. Is he gonna come out and fucking do it? Yes, he is. This is the most intense and dedicated I've seen Leonard. You know, him and I had a couple of talks on the way to the gym. Like, Leonard, bro, what the fuck, man? Pull it together. This is it. This is it, man. This is it, you know? So, and he says, I fight best with my back against the wall. I fight the best when I have no other options, you know? And so we're gonna go out there tomorrow night. We're gonna see it, you know? And it makes me like teary-eyed right now just talking about him getting motivated and getting ready, you know? And this is the most I've seen him dedicated and most I've seen him just all together, putting everything together. So I 100% think he's come out there and give it to him.
And who do you think has an advantage, you know, in the case of a late replacement? So on the one hand, Leonard's had a full 8-10 week training camp, but he really doesn't know a lot about his opponent, right? Because he's only been announced in the last couple weeks.
Right.
So does he have the advantage, having a full training camp for somebody he doesn't know who he's fighting? Or does the late replacement come in with all upside and really no downside because he's not really expected to win?
Well, the Max Holloway, our old manager now manages Max, so we kind of know him coming up. You know, he's 6-1. The guy takes a fight on short notice, so you have to be kind of crazy. You know, you got to be ready to go out there and shit and get and fucking pull the trigger. So that craziness relays into the ring, you know. So Leonard has to be definitely aware this guy's coming. He's not just coming to take a loss. You know, he's coming in, guns blazing, ready to go. And we're aware of that. We know what Max going to do, you know. And I think these two are going to go out there, stand and throw down, you know. And that's one thing Leonard does. There's no quit. You don't see him step back. He closes his eyes and fucking gives it. So it's going to be an exciting fight. Don't blink for sure.
Right. And kind of along those lines, you know, I hate to go back so far, but I don't know if it was UFC 149, the whole John Jones debacle, right? He had Chael Sonnen kind of step up last minute, and John Jones is like, hey, you know, I'm a champ. You know, I need a proper training camp to prepare for my opponent. If you were in his shoes, would you
Yes,
have
I'd have fought. They could call me tomorrow and ask me to fight
All right,
John Jones.
cool.
I think you need to fight. That's our job. I don't think you should curl up and find a way out. So yes, my answer. And he's my teammate, and we have this discussion all the time. I say you should have done it, and he goes, "Well, you don't make $1 million to fight." And I say, "Well, you're right, but I fucking fight every time with all my heart." So.
All right, appreciate it. Thanks.
Me again. So speaking of Leonard, I know he lives out at your ranch with you. So what was your motivation to build that ranch, and what's the best part of living there?
Oh man, that's my dream. You know, I remember living in Denver, Colorado, and wanted a place where I could shoot my guns and ride my four-wheelers and have horses and do all the things that I don't even use now because I have it. And why would I use it if I have it? Because when you don't have it, you fucking want it, you know. So, but the motivation to build the ranch, it was. I remember coming up and having to go from gym to gym to gym and try and get trainers, and I was nobody. You know, who was Cowboy back then? No one. I'd come in with amateur fights, and no one wanted to help me. So I'd jump around, and I always wanted. You know, Nate Marco was a good guy, an ambassador to help me out along the way, and I wanted to answer all these questions to people like, what do I do for sponsorship? What do I do for cutting weight? What do I do for this or for that? And so the ranch to me was to give, you know, the guys that are best in their area or the up-and-coming fighters a chance to come out and ask me and Leonard and train with Carlos Condit and GSP and all the great guys and be able to answer these questions through them, you know, whatever they want. So that, to me, it was kind of like giving back in a roundabout way.
So what's the best part?
For me is seeing all the new guys come in, man. That really the best part to me. I get to see different looks from all around the country, all around the world.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Cool stuff.
Hi. I know this is for questions, so it is a question. Can I get a picture with you?
Yes.
Thank you.
I'm waiting for a creative. Don't you get a free bag of shit if you have a creative question? Right? I'd be motivated for some free UFC shit. I don't know. That's Gator Belly. Luke Casey, handmade. I didn't shoot him, no, but I got a rattlesnake pair. I did. I actually blew it up with some C4. I was with the Army. In Jackson, they came down. We did some semi-rounds, which are like little paintballs in real bullets. It's kind of fun, and I got to play, terrorists trying to attack these guys, and there were snakes over in the bush, and one of the sergeants was like, let's blow them up. I was like, fuck yeah, let's blow them up. So they did, and I took the carcass and had it made in a pair of boots, so it was cool.
Hi, Cowboy.
Hello.
Okay, my question is, when you're chasing your dream, what was the lowest point in your career? Like, people will do, like, cleaning houses, working jobs you don't want to do. What was the hardest thing you had to do to make it where you are today?
Oh man, the hardest thing I had to do was probably move away from my friends and my family. Make the move to Albuquerque, where Leonard Garcia and I lived in a closet. And when I say a closet, I mean a bunk bed that was in a closet that when we opened the door, someone couldn't be standing. So we lived, he was above me, our clothes hung on the thing. So that was my lowest low, no money. Leonard fought Roger Warwick, made $40,000, and we lived on that for 2 years, the two of us. And he basically supported me, and we just chased that dream. So that was my lowest point, living in a closet, training every day at Jackson. I lived upstairs. I mean, that was, to me, to look back at that now and see what I have now and all the things and have a bank account that I can just go fill my car up and be okay. That to me, to look back on those days when I was like, man, am I going to eat today? Hey, Leonard, can I have $20? So those were my lowest lows.
Well,
but my best. They were my best times also, looking back and seeing where I came from that,
Well, good job. Way to go.
Thank you.
All right, being a cowboy and liking to shoot shit and shoot your guns, what do you think of the possible?
Yeah. They're not going to take my guns.
There you go.
I can tell you that.
Attaboy.
So I have 44 guns, and they're not going to take my guns.
Man,
no
my
matter
boys
what.
got you beat bad.
I'm 100%. I think they might need to enforce how and who we give guns to, but there's also Americans out there like me that are respectful and responsible with our weapons, and there's people that they shouldn't take that away, and they're not going to. I mean, there's too many people out there that are for gun control, and you get a couple guys with anything that mess it up for everybody. But if they outlaw guns, it won't happen. But they're not going to take mine.
Well, my boy's got you beat bad. He's got 118 gun safe, and he's got that completely filled plus some.
He got more money than me, I guess. Damn.
I don't know about that, but he just likes to spend his money on one thing.
I hear you, man.
Back to risk. Leonard's getting a 3-1. You want to leave here with me, go to the sports book, and take that bet?
I will. I got $200 in my pocket, my per diem. I'll gladly put on Leonard right now. So
let's go.
I got a creative question for you.
All right.
I turn 18 in 4 years. Would you agree to fight me?
Yes, I'll fight you tomorrow
Shake
if the
on it?
UFC does it. Tell them bring that shit on.
You shake on it?
I'll gladly shake on it. I'll be old and
Down there?
decrepit. Yeah, come on. Hey, it might be 195 in 5 years, all right?
That's just fine.
All right. That it? I'm done wasting your time? Oh, all right. The question was, what do I think about fishnet fight shorts? I guess if you can pull them off, my man, I don't know. My bollocks would probably fall out of the fish necks I'll be worried about. I don't know. So, all right.
My question is, have you ever hit someone in the head and asked yourself, what the fuck is his head made of?
Yeah, Leonard Garcia. I do every day. Like, come on, dude. So yeah, I don't know what he's got, but he's got something that will not turn the lights off. I'll put several head kicks to him, and he just backs up and says, "Come on, motherfucker." I mean, that's how we talk when we fight. So I mean, it's easy. So if seeing this guy come out tomorrow night and not put him away, it ain't gonna happen.
Nice. Thanks, brother.
How's it going, Cowboy?
What's going on?
Hey, a couple questions regarding Anthony Pettis. First of all, how did the beef start? And just basically, what are you doing to prepare for that fight?
As far as how does the beef start, I think I started the beef by telling him, come on. And so I'll gladly take that. You know, the truth hurts, bear it. So that's probably definitely me talking all this shit. And what am I doing to prepare for that fight, man? Same thing I do. You know, we're really working on my wrestling because, like he says, I don't know if he's going to try and shoot on me, but I plan on going out there and standing with Anthony. You know, his striking's right at the level that I want to be at. So come on, motherfucker.
Thanks for your time, Cowboy.
You're welcome.
I have a question. Since you haven't had lunch, do you want to have dinner with us?
Where at? And are you buying?
Of course. Wherever you want.
Sounds good. I have to bring my missus, but we can definitely make that work.
Go for it.
All right.
In the X, I know. I got it this time. But one foot's out the X. What now?
The question is, what do I think about the marijuana policy as far as states that have legalized marijuana, you're saying? So I believe that the policy should stay because we can't show up drunk to fight either. So does that make sense? So I think he should be able to smoke his weed and do whatever he wants on his free time. But when it comes time to show up at fucking game day, he shouldn't come in under any kind, you know, because who's to say that marijuana, I mean, granted it's not going to, but if that's okay, then why can't people use, you know, so I think no drugs should be allowed come fight day, but what you want to do on your own time is your own time, and if you're in a state that legalized marijuana, it's the same thing as legalizing alcohol. I think you should be allowed to do it, but not while you're performing for the UFC. The question was, do I think it's fair of how they punish each person for the same offense? Like if someone gets 6 months or someone gets a year, and that all depends on your track record and I guess how much you paid your lawyer. So I don't know how that works, but that's up to the judge, man. I have no idea. It's like saying same thing for someone getting murder and what they get time for that. I don't know. No judge that.
So listen, we have kind of a special surprise here.
Yeah.
For the Fight Club, so I want you guys to do a big welcome. I'm going to bring out someone who's coming into the UFC and is going to fight for the world title for women at 135. Liz Carmouche. Fighting Ronda Rousey February 23rd in Anaheim. I'd like you guys to ask a couple questions. Her and Donald will stay on stage.
Yeah, girl. Good.
I'll ask the first question, Liz.
I was going to take the first question.
Oh, go. Excuse me. I'm sorry.
How do you feel coming into the UFC, headlining your very first fight, over Dan Henderson?
One, I don't want to take the light away from him. You know, obviously he deserves it. You know, he's been fighting a lot longer than I have. But I'm excited to be doing that. I mean, it's a great opportunity.
Hell yeah.
All right, I'll ask this to the both of you. With all the shit talking and the stuff people say, is there anything that fires either of you up the most? Something someone would say that people wouldn't think would fire you up, like people think mom jokes or things like that, but is there something that would fire either of you up that would really make you want to fight a little harder?
No, it's more of a motivator for me. I really enjoy when people say it because all it does is just make me want to fight that much more and make me work that much harder. So for me, I think it's actually the opposite effect of what people are expecting.
And I say it's the person that I'm fighting when I'm standing here at weigh-ins pissed off and they say, come on, bitch, and you're like, yeah, motherfucker. So that to me motivates me and fuels my fire. Sorry, Reed, I have a bad mouth. You guys should have known that before you put me up here. Beep.
Thank you.
This one's for Liz. Okay. Obviously, I'm not going to ask you what your game plan is going into the Ronda Rousey fight because you're going to
not get armbarred.
Yeah. But how are you preparing? Because obviously she's the arm collector. Everybody knows what her secret is. How are you preparing for that fight? What are you going to do differently that is going to set yourself apart from her other opponents? Not necessarily what your game plan is, but what are some things that you could reveal to us that you're going to do differently in order to come out of that bout victorious?
You mean besides not get armbarred?
Yeah.
maybe I fool her. Maybe I do a judo throw to her and manage to armbar her. I mean, no one would expect that one, right? That comes out of left field. The training camp is a little bit different, a lot more weight training, bulking up, getting a little bit stronger, and we're actually traveling to different fight camps and bringing people in that we didn't necessarily do before. But for the most part, it's pretty much the same. I mean, we've been training from day one when she took the title for this fight. We just finally got the opportunity for it.
Very good. And to piggyback what Donald said, congratulations headlining over Dan Henderson. That's a big honor.
Thank you.
So no disrespect to Dan, but congratulations.
Thank you.
This one's for Cowboy. Do you think Varner was just ducking Gallard the other night?
Yeah. Like I said, I brought my shit ready to go in case he pulls out again, so I'm going to get in there and give it. But the only problem with having a track record is it sucks, you know? So if you keep doing the same thing, he might have been sick, and he might have been, but how it looks for everyone else, it sucks. They said he was sick, man. I can't tell you how he felt or what he did, but would I have fought sick? Yeah, I'd have thrown a ball over Melvin and went out there and got it done, so.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So, Donald, why don't you tell him what you said to me that day when you called me about him being sick?
Well, I was sitting at home and I seen Reed back there loving up on Varner, and I said, why don't you slam that dude's head in the wall and tell him to get his shit and go out there and fight backstage. So I just think if you say you're going to show up to fight, goddamn, you should show up to fight. You know, those are what we get paid to do, and we show up and we fight with everything we got for you guys, you know, and I plan on doing that every time, and that's my word.
So, Liz, I'd like to ask you, as a woman, how did you get into fighting? I mean, how did that start? Because there's not a lot of people out there doing that are female, and how did you find a camp and find people to train with?
Well, I was really fortunate. When I started off, I wasn't really sure what I wanted to do. I wanted to get back into martial arts because I did a little bit of everything as a kid, and I was just looking for something with discipline, something to get in shape. And everybody suggested MMA, so I'm like, you know what, I'll give it a try. And then after getting my face bashed in a few times, I figured, you know, if I'm doing that, I might as well get paid to do it, and I might as well do it for a living rather than just a part-time thing with black eyes. And I just walked by my gym, and the trainers were just such great people, and they were so welcoming that I was hooked from day one.
And the UFC belt would help.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. So to wrap this up, we got one more question. You got a chance to win it. I got my winner in mind, so this better be good.
And it was me.
Wow, no pressure. All right. Well, I'm gonna ask 3 questions then, just to increase my odds here. Liz, if you were to beat Ronda Rousey, would you be willing to fight Chris Cyborg? And if so, would you make her come down in weight, or would you go up in weight to face her?
I would absolutely be willing to fight Chris Cyborg. When I got into this, I thought I was a 145er because I'm like, yeah, that's about where I walk around, so I'll just bulk up and be a little bit bigger, not realizing I'm way too tiny for that division. It wouldn't be any different now, but I do realize I'm a 135er, and if she wants to fight for the 135 belt, then she has to come down to the 135 weight division.
Get him.
Okay. And then actually, for both of you, you know, I read an article this morning about the controversy surrounding Cain Velasquez's brown pride tattoo. Do you guys have a view on whether you think that's offensive or not?
Go ahead.
If I had a white pride tattoo across my chest, I think she would be said a little different. That's all I got to say.
All right.
Yeah, you know, everybody has strong feelings and they back what they believe. And you have the right to. I mean, one thing that I learned in the military is we fight for everybody's rights to say and do as they please, so that everybody has the freedom to make choices. But when you make something that vocal, you have to understand too that it's going to have a backlash.
Sure. And last question for both of you. Who are your top 3 MMA fighters to watch? When you guys are at home on the couch watching the fights, who do you guys like to see fight?
If I'm going to be honest, I don't have cable. I don't have satellite. When I watch fights, I'm YouTubing something just to.
I got cable in my RV.
Do you know how much cable costs?
You fight for the UFC.
Well, after that belt, then maybe I'll get cable in the house. So I love when a good show is put on, and usually, in all honesty, I love seeing the women. Because every single time they go to fight, they know that they have to represent women as a whole, so they put in everything they have.
I like watching women fight because little skills sometimes they don't have, and they fucking just fight, sit in the pocket and throw down, especially at the amateur level and the up-and-coming fight. So my favorite thing to do is watch girls fight, man. I really, 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 really enjoy it, especially on the street.
Yeah. And he's right. Girls are nasty, you know?
Thank you.
I have to wrap it up. So the winner of the contest is a question I really liked, which was the lady up there who asked the question about Donald's lowest low, because I really enjoyed your answer, because I know what you guys go through to get to where you are. So ladies and gentlemen, let's give Liz a big hand. Served in the military for the United States of America, and Donald Cerrone, both fighting. Thank you.
Programmet presenteras av Betsave.com.